Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading for the second week in June. We just came off of the June 9th portal. 369 is a huge manifesting energy, and anytime the dates are kind of similar to those numbers, it was 6, 9, technically 23, but 3 is the end number of the year. So it's like 693 was the date on Friday. So that was a huge energy day, a high energy day. And it's so important to take advantage of these days and this energy, because when the energy is surging, if you think about it, if the vibration is higher on the planet, that means we're feeling that energy. So that means our vibration is higher. And if we are actively asking for things on these days where the energy is higher outside of us and the energy is high inside of us, then there's a higher chance of these manifestations coming in quicker. So it's so important to take advantage and to keep track and to keep up to date. I like to call it my spiritual news. There's certain people I follow on YouTube who keep me up to date on the news, because I'm not so great with astrology and knowing what all the planets are doing. So I go to my specific teachers on YouTube to get the guidance. But it's always in alignment. I'm always waking up going, oh, something's happening with the planets today. I can feel it in my body. Okay, so let's go with, we're going to do a card from Abraham Hicks's deck, because that's a huge manifestation energy. This deck holds a very, very, very high vibration. So let's see what message we need to hear. Finally clear here in New Jersey. The smoke has lifted. Saying prayers for anybody that's been affected by the fires in Canada. Okay, we have one that flipped. I can't tell stories of shortage and experience abundance. So I can't tell stories of shortage and experience abundance. So you can't be telling yourself that there's a shortage of anything. And I also was guided to watch a video on my walk today about how to create money during inflation, during a time of where money seems to be, there seems to be a shortage in supplies and money. How can we learn to manifest even during times of lack? And it was a really awesome video. So I'm going to be gathering everything that I'm learning, and I'm going to be sharing it on my channel so that you guys can benefit from these teachings as well. So let's see what this card says. Here's what it looks like. We have continuing to tell stories of shortage only continues to contradict your desire for abundance, and you cannot have it both ways. You cannot focus upon unwanted and receive wanted. You cannot focus upon stories about money that make you feel uncomfortable and allow into your experience what makes you feel comfortable. A different story will bring different results. My thoughts are the basis for the attraction of all things that I consider to be good, which includes enough money and health for my comfort and joy. So I like that last statement. My thoughts are the basis for the attraction of all things that I consider to be good, which includes enough money and health for my comfort and joy. There was also another sentence that I liked. You cannot focus upon unwanted and receive wanted. That's basically everything that we teach here on my channel and in all the other law of attraction videos. Is you cannot push a button on your thought. If you're thinking negative thoughts, you don't want to push a button on that. You don't want to tell the universe, hey, I want more of this next week, next month, in the next year, in the next 5 hours. So being mindful in the present moment and bringing your thoughts back to, what am I thinking right now? How is my body feeling? Oh man, I was just on a loop thinking about my relationship. I don't want to think negatively about that. Let me put in healthier thoughts. I also just got a message that for divine masculines out there, there seems to be this surge of karmic energy that is coming in and kind of luring the masculines back into the karmics. So it's almost like the karmic energies, which could be jobs, it could be wives, it could be husbands, it could be girlfriends, boyfriends. It's a relationship that's not meant to last forever. A karmic relationship is wonderful. It helps you grow, it helps you learn, and they're usually short-lived. So if you think about all of your past relationships that you're no longer in, they were all karmic. They were here to teach you a lesson. And for divine masculines who are needing to choose a better path, a higher path, they're wanting to grow and evolve, they're in currently, some of them are in karmic relationships that are beautiful and loving, but they're just not their highest path. And it can be really difficult to leave those relationships. I was in one right before my spiritual awakening, and I clung so hard. I tried to make it so lovely to live with me. I tried to do all of these things to lure him into staying with me. And he was on his way out, and we were breaking up, and I wasn't ready for it. I could feel him pulling away. So I did everything I could. I cooked him meals. I left him notes all over the house because I was clinging, but I didn't know about karmic energy back then. I was not spiritually awakened. So now that I know this, I can see it in other people, and I can see it in my clients' relationships. They're saying that they're like, oh, I'm about to tell my spouse that I want a divorce, but they're making it so difficult because they're being so wonderful to me. And it's because they sense that it's time. It's like a light switch turns off, and it's like your learning is done here. You're no longer growing. And the universe will do that, and people will feel it unconsciously, and then they start to cling even more. So if you have a partner, if you're watching this and you're in a karmic relationship that you think, if you've ever had the thought that maybe, is there something more out there for you? Or maybe your partner's not on a self-growth journey and you can't really talk to them about all this stuff, that might mean that there is a higher path for you. And you can have that 100%er type of love. I always call like the 80%ers are people that are almost perfect, but just not everything. Like they don't have the passion, or they don't have the banter, or they can't laugh together, or they don't have that like physical attraction to each other's bodies and where you just want to melt into each other. Like you want the 100%, and it exists. I've seen it in all of my clients, and I'm holding out for the 100%er, and you all should too. But if you're in partnerships, or if you have a divine masculine who's in a partnership with somebody who he knows is not his end game, those karmic partners are going to do everything they can to try to lure him back in. And the universe, I'm getting a message that the universe will take care of it. The universe will make it unfold the way it's meant to unfold. Because you know that when something doesn't resonate in your body, you can't stay there. It just doesn't feel right. You cannot stay somewhere knowing that you're not supposed to be there. And if you do stay there, you're going to experience physical pain. Your body will start to hurt. You'll start to have more ailments. Everything will get heightened. And depending on where you're feeling your ailments, that represents the emotional. If it's your ankles or your knees, that's your ability to walk through life strongly with confidence and having stability, financial stability, security. If it's your back or your shoulders, it's you feel like you have the weight of the world on you, and you have a big decision to make and you don't know what to do. And again, these are not always spot on, but this is just kind of the common theme. And anything in the chest area would be your heart chakra. It's like your heart is yearning to experience love and to give love. Anything in the throat, if you have thyroid, strep throat, anything with your ears, you are needing to share your feelings with somebody. You're needing to speak. You're needing to let it all out. So these messages are super strong coming in right now. Like I just kind of dissociated and didn't even realize what I was talking about. And I was like, Michelle, you haven't pulled any cards except for this one. And that was about money. So my guides are really speaking through me right now, and they're saying, and I actually sound a little nasally out of nowhere. So I don't know what that means. Let's think about it. What would be your sinuses? And actually the air quality isn't 100% yet. So I'm sure that's probably why I have some sort of like frogginess right now. I do sound a little froggy, don't I? Oh, well, okay. Messages. Divine masculines are being lured back into their partnerships right when they were thinking about leaving them. Don't worry, the universe is going to take care of it. It's going to empower them to stand in their strength and to choose the higher path, to choose the love that is steady, it's strong, it's always going to be there. Oh, you know what? I wanted to have you guys listen to this. I saved it in my Instagram reels, and I'm going to make a reel later and I'm going to share it. But let's listen to it real fast. I flagged it.
She's the girl you never saw coming. The unexpected one who calms you, centers you, and still she turns out to be the surprise love of your life. She gets you. She really gets you like no one ever has. She's your best friend, your lover, and your soulmate, all wrapped up in the prettiest package. She's unforgettable. She's like no one, which is why you're so addicted to her mind, her soul. You can't get her out of your system. You taste her, and she runs through you like hot blood and fire.
Juicy.
And she never leaves you, no matter what, because she too knows how rare the connection is. She's the safest place you have ever known. And you're soft for her no matter how hard life gets. She's there, and your feelings never change. She loves you fiercely, and you feel her love deep in your bones. Best friend, your lover, and your soulmate, all wrapped up in the prettiest package. She's unforgettable. But what terrifies you even more is losing her.
Oh, we missed a part. Hold on.
Makes you feel whole in a way that no one has before. And that terrifies you. But what terrifies you even more is losing her.
So good, right? I love that part. What terrifies them even more is losing the opportunity to experience the love that we all literally jumped into these bodies to experience. And when it's right in front of you, or it's come into your life and you have a big decision to make, or they have a big decision to make, we have to have patience and grace and compassion for ourselves, because it is not easy, but we have to choose the higher path, because our souls literally, we jumped into these bodies to experience this type of love and to experience life in this way. So let's get some cards on that. We're going to do a little Micah magic. Okay, we have your soul is calling you to level up, and we have hold the line. So the soul is calling you to level up is so perfect, because that is basically saying you have to choose the higher path. You're going to stay stagnant where you are. You're going to continue to have health issues. You're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to learn. But their spirit's also saying, hold the line. Everything's going to be okay, because spirit's going to take it from you. The universe is going to make it happen. Okay. And I also just got guided to go back to the abundance card to know that, like, if you're worried about money through this transition, or if your counterpart is worried about money, everything will come to you effortlessly. When you choose yourself and you choose to level up and to leave something that's weighing you down and doesn't feel good, but you hold the line and you know that the universe is going to do it for you and you don't try to force it, that's when more starts to come in. Okay. And there was another card, two cards that fell. Money is on the way within 2 weeks. How unique is that? Perfect. We were just talking about, if you're worried about money, I literally was thinking like your soul's calling you to level up. I was thinking about leaving relationships, but then I went back to the Abraham Hicks card, which is number 37. I just realized that that is my favorite number. 17 and 37 are my favorite numbers, and this was represents my dad. His number was 37. We literally called him 37. Okay, and then we have money is on the way within 2 weeks. So that's by the end of June, somebody out there, not everybody, somebody out there is going to be receiving more money. Okay. All right. Let's get some more cards. Let's see what else we need to hear today. Can't make this shit up. Financial freedom is coming. The money is on the way. 2 money cards back to back. And we started this session with an abundance card. So stop, catch yourself speaking poorly about money. I actually, you know what's even funnier? I posted a short a couple days ago in the same outfit, and it was all about 3 ways to make money. And you have to be okay with resting, you have to be okay with spending more on like clothing or food or whatever it is, and you have to be okay with big bills coming in or big things changing in your life, like you're needing to change something in your house or get a new AC unit or get a new tires for your car. If you're having like a big bill come in and you're freaking out, we have to stop that freaking out. You have to get excited because that it's an abundance wave. So when waves are coming in, the tide has to go out in order for the more money to come in. And when the tide's going out, that's you putting more money out there. That's the big bills, spending more on clothing, on food, on stuff for your home or experiences. Maybe you're spending money on experiences. So don't freak out if you're spending more. That's actually something that you can actively do to call in more money because the universe is open to receiving your money. And as soon as it receives it, it brings it back double. Okay. Within 2 weeks, money is on the way, financial freedom. All right, let's get some tarot cards for this week. This week is sounding pretty awesome. You are leveling up, more money is coming in. You're getting rid of the stories that you've been telling yourself, the negative stories, the wheel. When I see this card, I always think of everything clicking into place. It's like click, 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 click. That's all I hear in my head. And my speaker in my house just went off. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, a fresh new start or the end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life, travel, or a new vehicle. So maybe you're going to get enough money to buy that new car that you want. Or maybe you're going to be traveling to see your special person. A fresh new start. So this could also be a new start in love. Maybe someone's finally going to leave that partnership and then they're going to book a trip to come see you. Or maybe you're finally going to be able to get to go on that date you've always wanted to go on with your special person. Because a lot of you guys have not spent any time, any quality alone time for long periods of time with your special person. So the wheel card is saying that might be coming this week, a very positive change in your life. Okay, let's get another one. That one just flipped up. Do you see that? Can't make it up. The lovers. Yeah. I just heard somebody's going to be expressing their true feelings to you. Embrace true love and deep, intimate friendships. Make choices from the heart, vibrant health, and recovery from an illness. So this deck specifically is explaining it in a different way. But the energy that I got when I first pulled this card or got this card was I saw the green. Can you see his outfit and the green heart? The green represents your heart chakra. That's your chest area. So somebody's chest is so swollen and it's swelling with love and they cannot hold it in another minute. They have to tell you, or you have to tell them how you feel. I actually had a friend who texted me today and she's dating this new guy and she was in a marriage with somebody who had major narcissistic tendencies. So she's recovering from being in that marriage. And she's a little nervous because she's just like, I don't know if I can trust myself. What if this new guy that I'm dating is so nice and so amazing, but what if he turns on me one day? And what if all of a sudden his narcissism comes out? So she's been very hesitant to share feelings. And all week she was wanting to tell him that she loved him. And he ended up telling her first. It's like he literally got done golfing and he was like, I can't wait to see you. Can I come see you tonight? And she was like, yeah, sure. And he came to see her and he told her that he loved her. So it's so beautiful, right? Like when your heart chakra awakens and you feel this surge of just like, I have to tell this person how I feel. That's when you know your heart chakra has awakened. But this could be happening this week. Somebody could be coming towards you and sharing how they really feel about you, sharing that they cannot imagine their day without you. You know, maybe they're like stalking your social media and they can just feel your energy through your photos. And they're like, I can't live without this person. I can't stay in this relationship with this other person who's amazing. But why don't I think that way about them? Why am I so obsessed with this other person over here? And that's unfortunately the hard part about these connections, these karmic connections, is the karma between you and your other partner or your counterpart's partner. It needed to happen. There were lessons and things you needed to learn with that person. And once that learning is complete, this is the hardest part of life. Once that learning is complete, somebody eventually will be leaving the partnership. Maybe it's mutual, maybe the universe does it for you. I can share a quick little story with you guys. With my daughter's father, he was 26 years older than me. Fun fact. I don't know if I've ever shared that on my channel. Yeah, crazy, right? And we just had this bond where we just genuinely just loved each other. We loved spending time together. We could spend every minute together and never get annoyed with each other. So to feel that intense, like, I just love you. But I have to admit, the passion, I did not because of the age difference, but we just didn't have that like fiery passion that I've experienced later in my life. But when it was time for us to move on and move to a higher path, I was wanting to end it, but it was so soon after our daughter had passed that I was scared. I was scared to take the leap because I was grieving, he was grieving. How do you do that to somebody who just lost their baby? You know, I was going to be the one initiating it. I'm like, how do I do this? So, props to anybody out there who had to go through some sort of divorce or breakup when they have a newborn, um, or after the loss. It can be really difficult. Um, it is not easy to end things with somebody after you've experienced a really tough loss with them. And that's something that I had to do, but I chickened out and I didn't do it. So I wanted to break up in like February or March. Maybe it was February. And my therapist was like, Michelle, it's winter, it's dark, you don't want to do that. You know, you're still grieving. What if you change your mind? What if he really is meant for you and you're just like in this dark hole right now? Like, give yourself grace. But I just was going to bed every night knowing that I wasn't supposed to be there anymore. I loved him, but the light switch was off. It was just like something was not right. I wasn't supposed to be there anymore. And the universe ended up doing it for us. I had a conversation with my sister and was like, I think I need to end things with Bill. And she was like, I don't even remember what she said, but I had I had asked him to get my phone for me. We were working on a decorating project. I used to be an interior decorator for 6 years, and we were working on a college girl's bedroom, and she was coming home from a lacrosse tournament, and we wanted to finish the room before she got home. So we were on a time crunch. I was in the middle of Target. I was in the pillow aisle, and my partner was so wonderful. I left my phone in my car, so he went out. He was always such a masculine. He always like kind of did everything for me. And he's like, oh, I'll get your phone for you. And it was a brand new phone, so I didn't have a passcode or anything. It wasn't like locked. And we're very open. We always would share our phones, but I think he was sensing me pulling away. So I think he went through my phone just on the urge of being like, is Michelle okay? Like, I want to check on her. And he just happened to read a message between my sister and I, and me saying, I think I need to end things. So it was really unfortunate that he read that, and um, it's like he intuitively knew, you know. I think he knew that it was right too, that we were meant to kind of go our separate ways. So we ended up breaking up in the pillow aisle at Target. And it was very calm. We weren't yelling at each other or anything or frustrated. But this is such what a great man he was. He literally continued the job with me. He helped me finish decorating that girl's room. He hung the curtains for me. We had music on. It was awkward, but it was like not awkward. Um, we were just thinking the whole time, and it just was really like peaceful, but it also was pretty heartbreaking for both of us because I didn't understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling, and I know he didn't understand it either. He was like, wait, I thought my life was going this way with you, and now it's not, and we just lost our daughter. Like, where am I supposed to go from here? And I'm sure all of his friends and family maybe thought it was harsh of me to do that, but I had to take care of me at that time. I was going through so much. My body was suffering. I was in so much pain emotionally. So if you're somebody who's needing to change your life and change and leave a relationship in a big way, and you know that it's going to affect the family, it's going to affect the in-laws, it's going to affect all these different people in your life, and you're worried about the judgment, you have to put that aside. Remember my story. You know, even though I wasn't brave enough to start the conversation because my therapist guided me not to, she was like, it's too soon, just wait. But the universe was like, no, Michelle, you should have followed your guidance, your inner guidance, because the universe made it happen anyway. He went through my phone, like I had no choice. He found it. So it's gonna happen. When I say the universe will take care of breakups, it does. And the same thing happened to my sister. not the phone thing, but her split up and her transition into a new relationship, same thing happened. The universe took care of it. She didn't have to start the conversation. So sometimes when we're not brave and we're not courageous, the universe will do it for us. And that's why I'm on here encouraging you all, maybe start the conversation so that the universe doesn't intervene and so that it's not messy in a pillow aisle at Target. Okay, because that was awkward. It was uncomfortable. I didn't want it to happen. That's what's called a tower moment, is when the universe comes in, a lightning bolt hits your life, and out of nowhere, you're broken up with, or you're breaking up with somebody else, and you're trying to find a place to live out of nowhere. So maybe if you're feeling the thoughts that you want to end things, start the conversation. Okay? I'm telling you, it's better to do it that way than to let the universe do it. And I think that explosion, the green, the heart, the lovers, this is like your person wants to come to you, but they have to handle that first. And I always recommend for my clients who are going through this, maybe they've already met their twin and they're in a partnership and they have to leave it to go be with their twin. A lot of times my clients follow this guidance and they tell their twin, like, hey, I'm going to have the conversation with my husband or my wife. I'm going to tell them that I want a divorce. I need your support. Could you support me while I do this? I know I need to do it on my own, and I will, but I just need to let you know that I'm about to take this step and I'm scared and I don't want to do it alone. I can do it physically alone, but emotionally, I could use the energetic support. Could you pray for me? You know, if I need somewhere to stay, could I come stay with you? If I need somewhere to go for 2 hours during the day to cry, to do whatever, like if they need a place to go, sometimes the twin offers that comfort and that that safe space, and no one needs to know. And it can be just this little cocoon that they go to with their twin. And sometimes it's just like, I've had clients who tell me when they're going through a divorce or going through the first like week of telling their partner that they're about to get a divorce, you know, the twins meet up like at a parking lot just to hug each other, because you just need your twins' energy to get through this hard time. And it happened many times with many of my clients. They would say, yeah, like I had to literally call my twin and say, can you meet me here? I just need a hug. This is so hard. I just want to be with you. And I know we can't right now. It's too soon, but I'm doing what I need to do to get my life in order, but I just need a hug. And having that support is huge. So rely and lean on the people that are there for you, that safe space. Rely on your lover. You know, you can tell them what you're about to do, or they can call you. And if you're in separation from your person and you think that they might be going through this and they don't know that they can call you, pray to them. Talk to them energetically. Go into a meditation and tell them that it's safe to come to you and that they're not going to get your hopes up. They're not going to lead you on, that you're just their friend. You're just this solid force that's always going to be there for them. And that's the most important thing in life, is understanding that like we don't need to like not lead people on. We just need to be there for one another. We're going through so much in the world, and it's so important to have the people that are down for us, the people that will, you know, if you're having a rough morning or a rough night, your person's just like, I got you. What do you need? You know? So be there for your person and let them know that that you are there. And if it's you that needs support, go tell your person. You can't do it alone. You have to do it alone, and kind of just for your own growth, but you can have support as you do it. All right. Wow. If this isn't symbolic. 10 of Wands. This is 10 of Wands. This is normally in the tarot. I'm actually going to show you the original tarot. So 10 of Wands is somebody who's carrying so much of a burden. And this is somebody normally with back pain. They're carrying the weight of their work of the world on their shoulders. Work is stressful, their family is stressful, and they just want to fall into your arms and drop all of those wands. Where is this card at? And the card comes out to say you don't have to do it alone. So this is so symbolic of everything I was just talking about. Tell your person that you're going to be doing this so you can have support. Tell your friends, tell a reliable source. somebody you can trust. Here we go. He's carrying this, all of those wands, and the universe makes this card come out to say that somebody's going to drop all the wands and they're going to ask for help. They don't have to do it. They don't have to carry the load anymore. And this card in this deck, I'm going to read it to you. It says, working too hard and too many hours, the need for balance in life. Let others help you. Health problems due to stress. So we always know that our body speaks to us when we are in turmoil in our life. So we have to listen to those ailments and take action to remedy them. All right, let's get an animal card. I don't know how long we've been going. Ooh, first one. The canary, sing your song. Number 12, and she's wearing a queen crown. All right, sing your own song. This is speaking your truth. I feel like throat chakra in this. And also the bird is yellow. So yellow represents your solar plexus. It's your power center. It's your will center. It's speaking up for yourself, standing up for yourself. So again, speaking, see the yellow? Somebody's going to be asking for help. They're going to be speaking their truth. Maybe they're going to be starting that conversation and ending that partnership. This entire reading, energy reading, is all about money coming in. You're going to be supported, and your heart might be swelling to tell someone that you love them. And it's time to get out there and sing your song, share your gifts with the world, finally be free from that karmic cycle. And my phone just buzzed. And it's so cool. Okay, I'll tell you guys later what that was. Let's get another card. I created a small group on Telegram for all of my clients who are in these twin flame connections, and we all share signs and synchronicities. And it was one of the people commenting in the Telegram chat. Because we cannot be on this journey alone. We need support. All right, nothing's coming through. All right, Spirit, give me one card, please. Thank you. You guys see how this, oh my gosh. The stag is the divine masculine card. This is out of this whole deck. This is the divine masculine card, and we just got it. Divine masculine is going to be taking the lead. He's going to be going towards his divine feminine, his queen. So anytime you see a stag anywhere, it's a sign, it's a synchronicity. That's your divine masculine saying hi to you. So take the lead. Number 58, which adds up to 13. 13 is my daughter's birthday. All right, so they're going to be done with the burden. Divine masculines are going to be asking for help. They're going to take the lead in their life. They're finally going to take action to remedy the situation. They've seen all the unfolding in their life. They've seen things breaking down. They've seen their health. Maybe they have small little ailments, and they're just like, I'm done. I'm so done with dealing with all the drama. I just want to come home to my feminine. I just want to hug her. I just want to be with her every single day, and I can't handle it. I know a lot of twins have shared in my readings that when they do spend time with their twin, whether they work together or whether they're just near each other, when they don't spend time together after spending time together like for 7 days straight, and then all of a sudden they don't see each other, usually they have anxiety. Usually they feel that pull that they gotta be together. And usually that's when it gets so uncomfortable that they have to make the decision to leave their karmic partnerships to be together. Not saying you can't live life without your twin, but once you're merged with them and your energy has finally balanced out and you feel different, you feel calm, you feel like you're healing and you're healed, all of a sudden the universe is like, the wheel is turning and it's like click, click, click. It's time to be together. And the universe makes us very uncomfortable when we're apart because it's saying, your souls need to be with each other. You need to be doing your mission. And when your souls are not together, you feel pain, you feel suffering. So we have to honor the pain and the suffering and say, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I'm going to choose myself and I'm going to choose my twin, and we're going to go be together to do our mission. So a lot of twins don't identify that. They don't connect the dots that the anxiety is usually their soul calling them back to be with their twin. And you have to honor it and just go, because as soon as you're with your twin, you feel that sense of peace. You're like, oh, I'm home again. And then all of a sudden you separate and you're like, I need them back. Where'd they go? But you can still live life, but you guys know what I'm talking about, those who are twins. All right, final card for this reading. Let's do, I love this deck, the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see. Wow. This just landed on my leg. I'm not even joking. The universe has somebody tied up, feeling trapped, feeling like they don't know where they're going to go next. This card symbolizes decisions that are needing to be made, and they don't know which way to go. They don't know how to handle it. They feel like they're in the unknown and they're so scared. And these crows are literally saying, trust me, we got you. We have you blindfolded for a reason. You're not meant to know what to do. Trust us. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen. So Two of Swords usually represents your mind space and struggling, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't get out. I just heard, wow, this is different. Feeling like you can't get out of these strings and you can't get out of the blindfold. That could be karmic energy. The crows might not be spirit in this reading. This could be karmic energy keeping you trapped in this vicious cycle. And it's like you're tied up and you can't get out. And then at the bottom of the deck, you get out and you start running to your divine feminine. And if you look at the bottom of his shoe, it's very mathematical. Like there's all these like mathematical equations. And the illustrator did that to say like he's calculated. He's checking off his boxes. He's dotting his I's and crossing his T's before he comes to you. He wants to come to you correct. He wants to come to you healed. He doesn't want to be a jealous man. He wants to be able to take care of you and to provide for you. And he's gathered his tools on his back to protect you. And I always guide my clients and tell them to have patience, because that is important to the masculine. They want to be able to provide for you. But this whole reading was saying that money is going to come to them when they step away from that karmic partnership and they come towards you. So somebody could literally have a divine masculine who rides a motorcycle, or maybe has in the past. I just got that quick little message. But Knight of Swords is the mind space again. Somebody who was trapped is no longer trapped. He's free. So karmic energy, and now he's free and he's running to you. What an awesome ending to this reading. So good. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Let's get these messages out there to all these twin flames so we can be together in our lover's energy, merging our bodies and our souls to do our missions together. And we can be grateful for those karmic partnerships, whether they were marriages, whether they were long-term relationships. Some karmic partnerships last 14 years, some last 5 years, 2 years, some last 6 months. Everybody's path is so different. And don't think that you have to stay somewhere just because you just had a child, just because you just lost somebody in your life. When karma is complete, it is complete. And if you go against that karma, the universe will intervene. Remember my story. My daughter passed in August. By February, I knew that I needed to leave my partnership, but I was following society's plan. Like I was like, oh, you don't break up with somebody after you lose a child. But my body was suffering and I was suffering. So the universe saw me suffering and it took care of it for me. It set me free. And it was uncomfortable and I regret it. I kind of wish I would have been strong enough to do it, but it's the way it unfolded. And now I can teach about it. And now I can share with you guys what does happen if you don't honor your feelings and go forward and make that decision to go towards your higher path. So don't let the universe intervene. Okay. If you've been thinking a thought that you need to do something, there's a reason you're thinking it. You need to do it. And again, just gently start the conversation and see where it goes. Let the universe take it from there. Do not let money, do not let society, do not let anything else sway you. It's your body, it's your life, it's your soul. You need to set yourself up to feel good. And you deserve all the wonderful things that this life has to offer. And one of those things is your love with your twin. There's nothing like it on the planet. Okay. All right, lovies, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in our midweek reading. All right, peace out.